Hello fellow Dungeons and Dragons enthusiasts, and YouTube of course as well. Today I am going to be teaching you guys how to perfect your Dungeons and Dragons character's Scottish accent. Now believe me, the Scottish accent sounds really easy to impersonate, but it is not. So today I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks, as well as just saying some phrases from D&D so you guys can perfect your character's Scottish accent. And hopefully you won't end up sounding like this.
Your brother still bears.
No, they're not bears anymore. They're still little boys now.
But your accent will sound a lot more like this.
I cannot jump the distance, you'll have to trust me.
So without further ado, let's get started. My name is Katie, or Scotty, whatever you want to call me, and I am your Scottish D&D master for today. Okay, so one of the most important things you want to do if you're trying to learn how to do a Scottish accent properly is listen to how we pronounce things and how the accent sounds on a whole. Our accent is very, very guttural sounding. We are speaking English, supposedly, but it sounds completely different to any other English spoken language anywhere in the world. So, perfect example of the kind of gutturalness of the Scottish accent is how we pronounce the word loch. So you hear that kind of raspy at the back of your throat. You don't need to do that for everything that ends in that kind of sound, but if you can put that in somewhere, so say you are travelling towards a lake with your companions, to your Scottish gnome, it wouldn't be a lake, it would be a loch with a monster in it, and you're going to fight it. Another bad habit that the Scottish have is we tend to not pronounce the letter T in a lot of things. So, if you were saying to a fellow character, put on the kettle, we wouldn't say that. We'd say, pop on the kettle. Pop on the kettle. No T's in there at all. Also, depending on where you are from in Scotland, we have a bad habit of not pronouncing ing. So, coming, going, there's no G there. Just take that G, throw it out. Are you coming or are you gone? And as far as tieflings are concerned, it's a feckin' tiefling. And this one is really important if you want to nail the Scottish accent. Can you roll your R's? Have you ever tried to say purple burglar dragon? If you can say purple burglar dragon with rolling all your R's in there, you're gonna nail this Scottish accent. Another thing you could do to add some authenticity to your Scottish character's dialogue is pepper in some Scottish phrases and some Scottish sayings. So some of the most popular ones you could add in that won't, be too hard is we. So we just means small or little in general. So if you see a wee girl skipping down the street, you'd say, "Oh, there's a wee lassie there." When we say yes, we don't say yes, we say aye. And if we're saying no, it's no. If we are in a tavern and we are cheering our fellow companions and adventurers, we wouldn't say cheers, we would say slange. Slange essentially means to your health. And if you've been sent on a secret mission to murder someone, make sure that you murder them and don't murder them. If you're interested in learning a whole bunch of Scottish phrases and sayings, I actually have a full video on it, and we'll leave it linked in the comment section down below. Okay, so this one might not be for everyone, so please, before you do this, make sure your Dungeon Master's okay with it, make sure your table's okay with it, because this one might not go down well if you're streaming D&D, if you're recording it to put on a podcast, but if you're just sitting with your mates and you're all having a laugh, then this might be ideal for your Scottish accent character. Scottish people love, and I mean love, to swear. We use them like commas, exclamation marks, and full stops. If your character is really, really angry at something, make sure to effing blind and pepper it in there all over the place. If your character's really excited about something, same thing goes. If your character's just talking in general, make sure to pop a couple of swear words in there. Again, this isn't for everyone. It might not go down well at your table. It might not be, suitable for your campaign. But me personally, I f***ing love a swear. Okay, so for the last bit of this video, I'm just going to read some classes and some races to you, and maybe some of the towns as well, just so you can get a feel for how they sound on the Scottish tongue. So I'm just going to read these off for you. So the first one is Dragonborn, so make sure you roll that R in there. Dragonborn. Dwarf. Strangely enough, there's an R in there, but because there's a hard F at the end, we don't roll the R in there, so that's a dwarf. Elf. Nice and simple. Just an elf. Gnome. Gnome. Half-elf. Tieflin. So again, just get rid of that G. Tieflin. Same way halflin. Orc. Orc. Sounds quite guttural, that one. Now this one's a bit of a tongue twister for the Scottish accent. Aarakocra. Aarakocra? Aarakocra. Oh, that's hard because of the R at the end there. Bugbear. I like a bugbear, they're cool. Changeling. Changeling. No G at the end, remember? Now this one. Duergar. Duergar. Or Dwagar. However you want to pronounce it. Goblin. Oh, goblin sounds so good in the Scottish accent. It's a feckin' goblin. Okay, next up we have the classes. So, Barbarian. Barbarian. Bard. Cleric. Druid. Ooh, Druid sounds good. Fighter. Monk. Monk. Paladin. Ranger. Ooh, a ranger. Or a rogue. Are you a ranger or are you a rogue? Sorcerer. Warlock. Wizard. Artificer. Artificer. Blood hunter. Blood hunter. Make sure you roll the R at the end of hunter. And finally here are some of the towns and cities. So we have Neverwinter, Icewind Dale, The Underdark, Deepwater, Baldur's Gate. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up. I hope you really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed recording this. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you want me to do another video and ask me to say specific things, I can do that as well. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And may all your rolls be 20s. Bye!